Lots going on here weather-wise, and those temperatures are dropping. We're already seeing the fog, which is causing some slick spots on the road.
The city of Lincoln is prepping the roads for ice and getting ready to clear that snow. Starting at 4 a.m. this morning, the city began sending out crews to distribute brine to keep the roads from icing. Now, as the storm develops this evening, crews will begin salting the roads. As for the multiple inches of snow expected tomorrow, they plan to have plows out on the roads clearing those main routes.
Currently, our crews are applying an anti-ice pre-treatment to the arterial streets. Once they finish that application, then those crews will roll back in. They'll get their trucks retrofitted for plowing snow and spreading of granular rock salt here later as the storm moves in tomorrow, and we will continue to monitor that event.
The city is using private contractors again this year to tackle those residential roads.
So what are some ways you can combat the winter weather while you're also ringing in the new year this weekend? Well, Lincoln Fire and Rescue has some tips for you to avoid making those 911 calls this weekend.
If you are traveling, slow down, give yourself a little bit of extra time. Just so you don't get into that rush. Roads could be slick. When it's as cold as it is, it doesn't take very much moisture at all to hit any type of streets or concrete, and you create ice situations.
Already seen that this morning with lots of rollover crashes that reported over the scanner, and with wind chills expected to be close to negative 15 degrees tomorrow. Along with blowing snow, it will also be near impossible traveling anywhere tomorrow. Also, with the bitter cold, some people may use alternative methods to heat their homes, but LFR says to watch out for those space heaters.
Don't overload your circuits. Keep at least 3 to 4 feet of distance all around them, or even more than that, depending on the size of the heater. Next to a couch, it could be as simple as a blanket falling off of somebody's feet, because they're trying to stay warm and it falls near the heater. Fires do start in a number of different ways. Space heaters can cause that.
Also says to not use combustible fuel to heat your home like propane, and do not use your oven to attempt to heat your home as well. And if you do need to go somewhere to stay warm, there are places to go if you're in need.
And the People's City Mission will be open for people in need of warmth.
People can get frostbite. They can literally their health can be in serious issues being out in this cold. And so it's really important to bring people in. If folks see homeless guys out on the street or anybody, I would just like to encourage everyone listening to tell them to come to the mission. We don't want anybody hurt out there.
And Matt Talbot will also be open during the day to hand out warm clothes and other necessities for the homeless. They will not close their doors during their staff meetings, so that way people can stay inside and stay warm. Though we aren't too far away from the snow starting to fall, there's still time to make sure your car is ready for the cold conditions. Here are some tips on how to winterize your car.
When you're getting ready to hit the roads during the winter months, it's always important to prepare for the worst and to prepare your car to stay away from the worst at the same time. Auto Trader says winter tires are just about a must in the Midwest during these winter months. But either way, make sure you're constantly checking your tire pressure and fill up if necessary. I know we all get that light on our dash frequently in the cold, but you don't want to be stranded on the side of the road or get in an accident because you ignored low PSI levels. Fill up your tank. I mean, it's easy to let your tank run low, but in the winter months, it's recommended to keep your tank at least half full at all times. This keeps accumulated water from freezing in your fuel pump. Also, your engine can be the only thing keeping you warm if you're stranded. And while we're filling up the car with liquids, monitor and fill your windshield wiper fluid. Snow and slush will find its way to our windshields, making fluid and working wipers a must to see well while navigating the roads. And as we continue to emphasize, anything can happen on the roads in the winter months, and it's important to be prepared with an emergency kit. With winter clothes, a blanket, and a first aid kit. Tools, a flashlight with batteries, and flares are also a big help. And of course, have your cell phone and a charger to make emergency phone calls. And it's definitely important to have a set of jumper cables. And while we're on jumper cables, check your battery. It often struggles more in the winter months than in the warmer months. Getting a volt test could be very beneficial to ensure your battery is ready for the cold temps. And if not, well, you can get a new one before you find yourself in trouble. All tips and reminders to keep you and your car safe on the roads this winter.
With all the winter weather this weekend, just head over to our website, klkntv.com, or it's also a good time to download the Channel 8 app.